paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper.
Go to Latin America, but then like my school in the US said that like we can't like go anywhere in Latin America. Like really the only places we had were like France.
And it's your boy Honesty, na 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 na. Yeah. It's Mufti, yeah. In the heat. Go church again. Right now things fall apart today. They say you dey pray. Oh, Christian, no they do like this, so. Cause God no be your house boy. Why you for no?
Mr. Josh, and currently I'm in Lille. So we are still in the touring of, Europe. Currently, we are doing one or two stuff. And I'm so happy to, see you. And I know you are glad to also see me. Today, we want to talk about the experiences in France with different nationalities. And so today we have here with our wonderful
Claudia?
Yeah. Okay, so she's Claudia, and as you already know, I'm Mr. Josh, and let's get on with it.
Hiya, hiya.
Welcome back, and okay, so I'd like to say you've been amazing from knowing you. So I tried getting her, and today we've been able to make that magic happen. Okay, so yes, back to you. And so how did you get to realize that you needed to visit France?
Yeah, so I think ever since I can remember, I've loved art and painting and stuff. So then I thought of the Louvre Museum, Paris, architecture. So that's kind of like where it began. I took French when I was 12 years old for like maybe 2 years, but clearly it hasn't really done much for me here because I'm still level 0 here. The final was very, very doubtful. I don't know how that went. But then that's always what kind of was in the back of my mind. And then thinking college, I always wanted to go abroad somewhere for a semester. That was always like my plan. And then I think like I always wanted to go to Latin America, but then like my school in the US said that like we can't like go anywhere in Latin America. Like really the only places we had were like France, like Ireland, Singapore, and Thailand. So it was like one of those like 4. And I thought, okay, Lille is the closest to Paris, so why not? It's not Paris, but it's still good. It's cheaper than Paris, and I can still go to the Louvre Museum and the Eiffel Tower. So yes, that's why I landed here.
Okay, so I would like to draw you back to your journey. How you got your admission, and also what plane did you take, and how was the traveling experience, and how many countries have you been able to visit before visiting France?
Yeah. So the whole process of getting here was just like tons of paperwork.
Okay.
I was doing an internship at the same time, so I had to like think about like all the work for that, and then also like the paperwork to get to France. And it was like with COVID and stuff, it was like even more hard. It was like I had to like print papers out for like everything that like proved that I'm alive, like my birth certificate, like where I live, like where I'm gonna live, like a million things, and then present it to the like visa people in New York for France. But, like their offices had moved to like Washington, so it wasn't even in New York anymore. I'm from New York, so they had to like send it like through FedEx, like the postal office, like all the way to Washington D.C. Like this was all happening within like a few weeks. And I was like, oh no, like am I even gonna be able to like fly out?
Yeah.
I honestly, like I was honestly contemplating I might actually not even like get to France. Like
Wow.
I already bought the ticket for the airplane, and I was like, okay, all I need is just the pass, the legal pass to even like get out of the country.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the whole thing. It's just a lot going on.
And so, what
yeah.
about the COVID restrictions and also boarding your plane? How was the experience like?
Yeah. I'd say like for boarding the plane, I did have to like take a COVID test. Like it wasn't like necessary because I was like fully vaccinated, but I did it anyway just to like stay safe. And they actually didn't end up like checking it when I got to the plane. It was kind of funky,
Really?
but like actually no. But I
What
think
if the authorities
yeah.
are watching now?
Yeah, honestly, the US is not very good with like COVID. It's just really bad. So like it's like mostly it was really up to the airlines. Like if they wanted to check you, like they could, but like they didn't have anything that was like we will 100% check you if you got like a COVID test within the past like 72 hours.
And then that's all.
Yeah, it was just like that was the easiest part. Just getting on the plane was the easiest part. Like just even getting the visa was a million times harder. But yeah.
So like, which plane, which airline did you take before coming?
Yeah, I took American Airlines, so they should sponsor us. You know,
Yeah.
get us like free tickets to other places.
It's free.
No,
Oh,
no, I wish that's what I'm saying. Please sponsor us.
oh okay. So
Please.
you want the American airline to sponsor American students?
Yes,
all
please.
of America?
The whole world, yes.
Jeez.
Yeah, through this video we can get a sponsorship.
We have some problems that if the drum face is there, you don't beat the side and side. You have to beat the middle. Pim, pim, pam, pim.
So I would like to put this formal request made by Claudia,
Please.
Miss Claudia, to American Airline. So she's saying that you guys, you should consider all Americans and give
World
us free
citizens.
tickets, right?
Yes, world citizens.
World citizens?
Everyone, not just Americans.
So-
the world. Yes.
So she wants your business to just end, okay?
Or at least for students.
Okay, so you can just, give some, I guess, bonuses to students who are traveling, like other airlines they do. All right, so that was just by the way. How do you see French people, in general? How are their reception like?
Yeah. Yeah, I think like my visa experience was like very muddled, like everything that I thought about like French people. Like the stereotype that I've heard like before coming here was like French people are like they're kind of rude or like they think very highly of themselves like before really like talking to you, especially if you don't know French. Like they're gonna be like, oh, and then just like not really want to talk to you and stuff like that. So that's what I thought. And then everyone that I talked to that was connected to France in some way, like for the visa process, like helplines and stuff, they were not very helpful, kind of rude. So I was like, maybe it's a little right, but no. I think once I got here, like oh my gosh, it was really nice. At least maybe like more than France. Like, I had a huge group of luggages that to like haul around.
Okay.
But then like one of the students at East, like from the international like, students like club thing that they have here, like they came to like pick us up and then they like helped us with our bags.
Wow.
And then even like people that didn't know me at all, like in the train, like helped me. They were like, oh, like I can help you with your bag, and then just like helped me down the stairs and stuff like that. And like honestly, like I don't remember like one like bad experience that I've had with someone. Like at most it was because of my language barrier. Like I don't know like French. Like so they kind of got frustrated with me, and they'd be like, I don't know how to speak to you. Like I don't know English either. So like that's not their fault. Like I'd say if I knew French, it'd probably just be all good. Yeah.
Okay, so what's that one French word that you've learned, which was quite easy, and then you heard most of the French folks talking about. Could you?
Yeah.
remind me?
I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I didn't know like before coming here. Like I thought it was just we. It just it's just like we like we.
We?
Yeah, but no,
Oh,
like coming here,
okay.
like I think like people just say like way a lot, like just like I think that's like the chill way to say like yes. It's kind of like yeah, like way. Instead of we, it's way. And then yeah, I think that's my favorite thing.
So what about Shepa? Yeah.
Oh, Japa. Yeah. I also like that one.
I guess that's one word that I've learned that I don't need to think about. I know the meaning.
Yeah, I like how that sounds.
It's
I
really
like how
cool.
French sounds. It's just like speaking it for myself. I feel like every time I'm like talking to someone like in French, like I kind of feel like I'm like not trying to, but like I'm mocking them in a way because of how bad I'm like talking. I'm like yeah.
Wow. Okay. So moving from that, I want to know with regards to your, the food that you eat. I don't know if you're a vegetarian or you are someone who likes junky food. I guess you have to clarify that. But I just wanted to find out what's your favorite food in France.
Oh, in France.
You could list them.
Yeah. I'd say like I don't know. I like the potatoes, like just like any kind of potato they make here, like whether it's like baked or like with cheese. Like they usually put cheese on the potatoes. Like the whole like in the Christmas village they have like these huge like rounds of.
So you're saying you eat all
cheese.
of it?
No.
At the
They like
spot?
scrape some of the
Oh,
pod cheese on the potatoes.
Cool.
That's really good. I love just like potato cheese mix. Is really good. Any plate with that. Yeah.
Okay, so what about French fries?
Yes.
You like it?
Yeah, I've learned to just call them like fries here in front of French people because they're like, well, it is French. We are in France, so I guess this like doesn't make sense anymore. But yes, fries are really good for sure, 100%. Yes.
You love it?
Actually, French fries are one of my favorite foods. Like even before coming to France, like I actually took too many French fries I ate. So, like, way too many.
Okay. So it means you are really happy with the French food. So what about the salt and then the spices that almost everybody complains about? Do you like it? I mean, the quantity, is it enough? Is it below? Is it above? How is it like?
I don't know about that one. That's the one thing I am gonna complain about because the spices here, like the amount of spices they use is like you can count them in like 2 fingers, like salt and maybe pepper or some like rosemary or something, but just like very light salt. Like yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm like, It's like it's good in a way because I'm like okay, I can like the food for what it is instead of like adding like a ton of spices to also make it taste good. But then I also miss like I'm from Bolivia, so like Latin America, like we use like a ton of spices too, like just like you gotta use like cumin, paprika, like garlic powder, onion powder, like go on and on and on. And like I totally miss that. So just not finding those things sometimes in the supermarket is like not very good. Yeah.
So let's say rating French food 1 to 10. What would be your rate?
Okay, see, this is like a hard question because I love like the pastries, like the cakes here, like beautiful, like the best I've ever had in my life.
Ooh.
Like every cake, like okay, they're expensive, but like they're so good. They have so many layers and like fillings, and like they do a lot with that.
It's like a full
beautiful.
package,
Yes, it's a beautiful like piece of art. Like
Wow.
that's like I love that so much. Salty food is like it's good, but it's not like what I like expected. Like I thought it'd be like whoo, like maybe because I'm not like I don't have the like thousands of dollars to be like eating outside and like trying every new restaurant here. So maybe that's why I don't know, but I'd say like maybe 1 out of 10, including like the pastries. Like maybe like
1
a
out
6.
of 10. Jeez.
Like a 6. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 with the pastries.
So 6 out of 10.
7 with the pastries.
So 7 out of 10 pastries, and then
yeah, the pastries are 10 out of 10.
yeah,
The salty food would be like a 4.
comme ça.
Yeah, a little come.
Okay, so I guess when you came, you met a lot of nationalities. It's not just French guys. So how do you see the multinational relationship? You know, not basically from the French aspect, but how other nationalities treat you, for example. So how do you kind of rate, you know, the treatment of these nationals? Yeah, from France.
Yeah, so like being from New York, like I'm used to like seeing like people, like meeting people from like all different parts of the country, like I mean the world. So like I was used to that, but I like never met like this many like students from African countries like in my life, and I thought that was really cool. Like
Really?
yeah, I think it's awesome. Like just learning more about like from the people that actually live there.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like the food, jollof, like learning.
Yes, but I don't know if you've heard of Nigerian jollof and Ghana jollof. Have you been able to
the difference,
taste
I
it?
don't know.
Oh.
No.
But then have you tasted Ghana jollof? Jeez.
I wish someday I have to. Now I know that it exists, and I have to try it.
Well, I don't know how to cook, but then we have some special guy, you know, taking us through all of that. So I think I can just hook you up with him, and then you really enjoy it. All the spices, you know, all the, my goodness. You have
Yes.
no idea.
Plantains I've tried. Plantains are really good. Just fried
Plantain.
plantains, I think. Very.
That's your first time?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying it's like standard. I feel like every place that has like fried plantains. It's a good mark for good food.
So that's cool. Actually, there's a game that we've added to the whole segment, okay? But then before we try to do 1 or 2 games, I think my viewers would like to know if you are in a relationship. Are you?
Not at all, no.
So you are single and searching, or you are single but not searching, or you are single and confused? Which of the 3 are you now?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say I'm single and I'm like exploring life. Like I'm not really thinking like I have to date someone. Like if I don't date someone, like blah, blah, blah. Like no, I'm just kind of like cruising. I like just being like this. Like I feel like I'm good with myself, and then like I don't know if I like want to actually date someone. Like I have to like tick a lot of boxes. So like yeah, I'm just kind of vibing.
Okay. So I don't. So guys, I'm trying to help you find your loved one. Okay. She could be your loved one. And so, do you have any, you know, spec that you want? You know, a type of person that you are really interested. Maybe taller than you, shorter than you. You know, dark fur. Well, this is not to say she's racist, okay? But yeah, that's what she prefers. So if you could, well, if you have like a kind of spec that you like, you know.
Yeah, I honestly like I don't really like think about like if I actually want to date someone for like a while, I'm not thinking like the first thing like when I meet someone like, oh okay, they're taller than me and like they do this thing and like their hair looks like this. Like I feel like I have to first like get along with them and like talking to them. Like I think I first like being friends with them first, and then like if like at some point I honestly don't even plan like liking someone. It just kind of happens, and I'm like, oh no, or yeah, or it could work out. But I mean, I feel like I like people who are like exciting, like outgoing, but like kind of like push me to do things like I'm not like as used to doing. And also like the same music as me. It's kind of like the lower like standard, like not necessary, but it would be nice like if they like the same music as me and like traveling, like eating like different kinds of foods, like open-minded and like fun, and yeah, that kind of stuff, like a wholesome person. Yeah.
So you don't mind dating any national?
No.
Someone, oh fuck. So you don't mind dating someone who is not from maybe US? You don't mind, right?
I'm not even from the US actually. I really don't. Yeah, I think it's the last thing. Like I don't even think about it. Yeah.
Okay, so coming here, how many months have you spent so far?
Oh, I think it's been 4 months now.
4 months?
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, the longest I've ever stayed in any country, like traveling. Yeah.
Wow, okay. And for the 4 months stay,
Yeah.
have you chanced on someone that you feel like, wow, this guy is cool, maybe this dude is cool, but you don't want to kind of approach, but then you feel like, yeah, this one too can be, you know, someone you can have, I don't even know what to say, someone you can, you know, have your one-on-one with in terms of relationship stuff.
Honestly, like I kind of came here to like escape like thinking about that stuff, and like I definitely find like some guys like in the street like attractive. I'm like, ooh. Some people are like pretty attractive, but like I don't know French, so I don't think I can just be like, hello, like I go to this school, like how are you, like what's your age? I don't know French like that, so no, but I'm good with that, and I wasn't really looking for it either.
Wow, it has been really awesome speaking to you. And then we are back to the game. Okay, so it's rock, paper, scissors. Whatever happens, I'm the one who will win. Okay, but it doesn't matter. So we could start.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
rock, paper, scissors. Oh no,
How
no,
do you
no,
do
no,
this?
no. So one, two, rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, rock, paper. No, you don't even have to. Guys,
Okay.
relax. So, rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh! Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh no!
Oh.
No!
I won!
Congrats.
Okay, so there's a question I want to ask. So looking at well, I don't want it to be too kind of entertainment, so this is more political and kind of educational also, you know. So looking at the stage that we are, as in a global setting, okay, and looking at the leaders that we have, looking at the vision that we have, well, in terms of the leaders of, you know, countries, okay, what do you think is one thing that you want them to implement, and also what's that one thing that if you were in their position you would implement, take away, you know, whatever you like to do. So if you are such a person who is in that position, what will you do with that?
With any topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think like with what we're dealing with now, like with COVID, I feel like, as some people might know, like Trump is not, like, he's the worst president like ever with handling COVID, like just really bad. There was proof that he knew that it was existing already in the US since before January, when they actually started acknowledging it. So he could have done something for the general American public, and just not. He chose not to. So that was messed up, and that was disgusting. And I feel like just the misinformation, like, in the world, especially like from where I come from, like the US, like misinformation with like data and like believing scientists and stuff like that. Like, I feel like distrust towards these people that are working really hard to just like provide like good science for the most part, to like actually do good change. Like, that has to improve 100%. And I think also like doing environmental science here and stuff like that, like
Ooh.
agriculture. I think that the distribution and like food chains, I know it's maybe like a world issue as well. I know from like the US side, where I can speak from, like food chains were not great. Like when COVID hit the hardest, food was just thrown out from farms, like in the trash, because there wasn't like trucks to ship it out to communities who actually like need the food to get to them. So all this food was just wasted, even though it still existed, just because there weren't like good systems in place to ship it out to people who were the ones who needed it the most. So I think food chain improvement is definitely another thing I would definitely work towards. Like, yeah, those are two issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really in depth, you know. And she's an intellectual, so that's what you should expect, you know.
It's okay. We all go to the same school, so we're all thick minds here.
Ah.
We're working. Yes.
You sold me out, man. You know, I even don't know what to say, but then I just feel like it's been wonderful, you know, having to meet you and then be friends with you. Well, I don't know when you will be leaving, but I guess this is one of the exceptional videos that you should watch out. And there are more to come. I mean, there are more to come. You should expect more.
Always working
Yeah.
for your followers, subscribers.
Yes. And thank guys for, you know, being with us, listening to all of the submissions from her. I'd like her to give one or two shout outs, you know, to friends, family. I don't know, anyone, you know.
I can go for it. Okay. Shout out to my friends back at home. Sanix, I know you're looking. Jade, Bonnie, Tyler, Ben, all of you guys. I made it to a YouTube channel. Big guy on the YouTube channel. And also my family. Hello. Made it here. I'll see you guys back at home.
Okay. So we're signing out. See you later.
And it's your boy and Nesty. Na 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 na. Yeah. It's one
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing also. We
Ring
love-
the bell.
Exactly.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment for more videos, you know. Tell us what you think we should have done better. Tell us what you think we did great, you know.
Yeah. And take care and see you on the next one.
See you.
Bye.
time.